Every artist knows that the head is the starting point of every drawing. So here's my personal art study of the head. Let's go ahead and get started. So what you're seeing me do here is basically simplifying the image by finding shapes such as the circle, the rectangle, or square for the chin, and also memorizing the distance of the facial features by using the cross method. Here I'm doing the same exercise for image 2. So now, using the inspiration of this pen and YouTube artist Likelihood Art, I love her videos, I also used a square to act as a front plane, which a circle alone can't offer. This result is based off my current knowledge and practice level. So this is how it came out, and as you can see, it needs some improvement. These next 3 exercises are inspired by 2 pens. I'm using Lakeith Stanfield's face, and using this exercise as practice, I found that he has an almost triangle face shape, using the planes of his face as guidelines. And when I say planes of his face, it really just means the sides of his face. Next we have Lupita Nyong'o, I think I said her name right, who has more of a square face shape. Lastly, we have a photo of this man here, whose name I forgot. He has more of an oval face shape. And as I was doing this exercise, at first I tried drawing the shape of the face at the hairline, but I think personally it's better for me to start at the eye line. And if for any of you wondering why I'm drawing the start of the head as an oval, it's because of this video here. Here are some digital studies, loosely using different methods that I learned via YouTube videos. which I'll explain later in depth. One video that I clearly used in the second study was by YouTube artist Bobo and Denova, where she explains the rule of thirds in sectioning the face. It was very informative, very helpful. Using that method definitely helped make it look better than the other ones. Now, for all you wonderful learners that are watching this, you might be wondering, why do we use a circle to construct the face? Well, according to the skull structure, the brow line, which is that curved part before you get to the eye sockets, and the eye sockets themselves sit inside the circle, and the back portion of the circle is where the brain sits. So here's the final result. You can tell that I grew more confident as I started sketching more often. The fifth one didn't come out as planned. Oh my god. Alright, now it's time to get serious about this challenge using 3 final exercises. Let's go. For the first exercise, I'll be using what I call the Potasek method, used by YouTube artist Potasek, of course. And my reference will be Yara Shahidi from Blackish. So, what have I learned by using this method? Well, I found similarities between this method and the rule of thirds. The face is divided into 3 sections: the hairline to the brow line, the eye line to the nose line, and the mouth line to the chin line. What I liked about this method is that it divides the face into sections and clearly marks the start and end of facial features. Now, I personally would have liked to add a sideline for the side of the face to be clearly marked, and since I'm working towards a stylized art style, I guess, I went back to make the eyes bigger. But on a scale of 1 to 5, I would give this method a 4. I really liked how this method simplified the proportions of the face. I just would have really liked a sideline for the side of the face too. In the second exercise, I used the famous Asaro head with Marsai Martin from Blackish as my reference. This method takes the rule of thirds and practically multiplies it by 5. Every side, every plane is drawn to give the illusion of depth in the drawing. You can still see some of my construction lines in the finished product. What I really liked about the Asaro method is that it clearly marks the many planes of the face, like the eye sockets, the nose bridge, the cheekbones, the side of the face, and the dip between the mouth and the chin. The finished product doesn't look flat at all. And this method is also very useful when drawing at different angles. The only thing I would change is simplifying the planes a little more. It was personally very time consuming during the construction phase of this sketch, and I may or may not have made the eyes a little too close. My bad. But on a scale of 1 to 5, I would have to give it a 5. It gave me that sense of depth and it made it look way better than my previous sketches. In the last exercise, I'll be using a variation of the Loomis method by YouTube artist Amelia Decor with Marcus Scribner from Blackish as my reference. The Loomis method is very popular, and rightfully so, because the portion of the circle that gets cut off when you first construct the face acts as the side of the face, which is what I really liked about this method. A trick that Emilio Decor, showed in his video was that the shape of the face you're drawing stays the same no matter what angle. And all you have to do to give the appearance of a different angle is shifting the facial features upward or downward depending on angle. I tried it and it definitely gave the impression of Scribner from a downward angle. The only thing I'll say about this method is that you need to know more about where facial features are placed and blah blah blah. Basically, using the Asaro head and Potasek method helped with this drawing. But on a scale of 1 to 5, I'd give it a 3. It seems like a good starter for learning how to draw the head itself, but you'll definitely need more than that one method for sketching faces and giving it depth. But let's be honest, no one ever uses just one method. If you need to modify different methods to fit your style, then go for it. I personally wrote down notes for what I liked about the different methods I used because I wanted to keep them in mind for when I keep practicing and ultimately grow better and more comfortable drawing. For me, it was the rule of thirds, sketching out planes, and reusing sidelines that stuck with me the most. And ultimately, it's practice. Now, I'm not going to say, yeah, you need to draw every day in a year, because that's very unrealistic for me, unfortunately. But I'll say that you can draw things whenever you get the inspiration for it. Most of the time, I don't draw because I have a fear of messing up. But I want to start sketching more, even if it focuses on one thing like a head or a hand. But at least I'll grow the habit of not being scared to draw in a sketchbook and just focus on art. So that's all I have for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I know it took a while, but I wanted to make sure I could give you guys some nice quality content. And I'm working on a decent posting schedule so that videos can be uploaded at least once a month for every challenge that I decide to take on. Also, I'm hoping to get more comfortable filming so that I can possibly provide more sketching time lapses and processes. I personally have learned from other artists, but I also know that some artist tutorials aren't exactly kid-friendly, if you know what I mean. And I know that it's mainly kids and young adults that watch videos like this, so be on the lookout for that. But that's all I got. Y'all stay creative, and I'll catch y'all guys next time. Bye!